you have trouble getting attention from other people around you in your circle? If you walk into a room, does nobody pay attention to you? Do you not know what to say? Do you get no bitches? If any of those apply to you, this is the video for you. Thank you for clicking on it. And today I am going to be breaking down some of the funniest, smartest, wittiest moments from Donald Trump's career. Love him or hate him, today, or, day of recording this, inauguration day. So we're going to be looking at this, and I'm going to break down exactly how you can gain a lot of these skills so you always know what to say in your situations. Please like, subscribe. I guarantee for self-improvement, this is the channel for you. Without further ado, we're going to get straight into the reaction right now. So we're starting it off with a couple clips from some of his rallies.
We can't sell beef. It's peanuts. And by the way, unbelievable people are coming. A lot of people that are illegal are great people. Just let's get it straight. They don't want to give it straight because the press are liars. They're terrible people.
Now, it's funny the way he enunciates and uses his hands. Like if I talked like this, hold on. If I talked like this, hands everywhere, leaned over the mic, grabbed the mic, adjusted the mic, I'd probably get 1 million more viewers. Everybody probably know who I am by now. But genuinely, it's actually a really good strategy that he does this. It personifies and greatly exaggerates the importance of what he's saying, and it makes you want to listen. It's very important that you take note of this. A lot of people, when they talk, they kind of have their head down and they don't have a tone to their voice. No, you have to get into it. Love him or hate him, you're listening because he's so energetic and he knows what he's saying. And when you do have some truth and some authenticity behind what you're saying, especially when you show it with your actions, people will listen. It's better to be listened to and hated than not listened to and ignored.
But here's an idea. So Mexico is sending lots of people. And by the way, they're coming from all over the world, including the Middle East.
Yeah.
Why not? Come on in. We're stupid. We'll take care of you. We'll pay. Get sick.
Also, I'm going to note how he uses humor to deflect the seriousness of his situation. Even though he's at his own rally, a lot of people agree with him. You still have to soften the blow for some of these things that you believe. If you're trying to lead a mass audience, you're not going to make everybody happy, but the more harsh you are, the more people you're going to turn off. In the long run, you have to kind of persuade and grab a little bit of everybody. So if you speak really harshly, very absolutely, you need to soften that a little bit. Humor is a great way to do that.
We'll take care of your hospitalization. What kind of a plan do you want? Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal.
That they're
Legal.
for immigrants on the whole
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even...
Okay, this is actually very smart by him, and then let me point out how. This interview was almost like a hit piece. I mean, this lady, for whatever reason, her network or whatever, they were really, really getting deep questions on him, trying to find out different things, make him look bad. And at the first sense of trouble from her, he calls it out right away. In an adversarial situation, you have to be able to call that out. You cannot be too scared to point out weakness in your opponents. It's like the lion and the gazelle. As soon as the gazelle's got a hurt knee in the wild, the lion's right there watching, ready to pounce every time. That's how you have to be, especially when people hate you, especially when people are trying to get you to.
know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead. The premiums are going through the roof. The deductibles, frankly, you have to get hit with a suit tractor in order to use them. We just spent $1 million building a soccer field, okay? A soccer field.
Expensive.
For our prisoners that happen to be in Guantanamo, okay?
I don't like that.
I don't like that. What do you need $1 million for? Level out the surface. Let them play. The Iranians are great negotiators. The Persians are great negotiators. And we have people that are babies. It's like a chess player, grandmaster, playing against a checkers child.
Checkers child.
No, that's what it is. We give them, think of it, a nuclear scientist, and they won't give us our hostages. It's so insane. President Obama.
I don't know if you can see that or not. That is his face. That is his face. His own book. His name, his face. On his book. It says Trump. First person to tell me in the comments how many times on the screen it says Trump gets a subscribe back.
Secretary Kerry, I highly think you should read.
You got to get your name out there. I should get that as my background. Back here, just Tanner. Everywhere. I'd probably be a millionaire by now.
This book quickly. We have very
By the way, you can help me get there by liking and subscribing.
stupid people in our country negotiating for us, and we have leaders that don't know what they're doing. You know, Jeb Bush, one of my opponents, I noticed he's not doing very well in the polls. And by the way, they said I won the debate. Is that nice? Is that nice?
Now, I want to point something out. This date right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but this date right here behind my face cam, this is 2015, if you can't see it. Now, if you're versed in any sort of political history, Trump didn't become president until 2016 the first time. So this is a long time ago. This is 10 years ago, before he was ever president. And before he was president, he had to run against people of his own party, the Republicans. And this was very, very smart by him to go after the people who are his biggest supporters, and they go around the country supporting him now. At first, to get in the position he's even in, he had to go after those people. It is never a bad idea, or never be too scared to go after somebody because you might feel bad or because you might have some similarities. They're coming after you too. I guarantee you Jeb Bush was saying these same things about Trump back in 2015. And if Trump took the high road and didn't say anything bad, a lot of these clips wouldn't have ever been invented or created, and a lot of people wouldn't even know who he is, and he'd have a lot less support. So you have to know, and you have to be able to put yourself in that position to be vulnerable and go after people who may agree with you if you really, really want that power.
The polls came out and said I won. And the media, look at all those people back there. Scavengers. They're like scavengers. Probably say the crowds were about equal. Oh, they were equal. But that's the way they are. Very dishonest. CNN is terrible.
I want to point out, I've been to a Trump rally before. Crowds. Huge. Gigantic. Check my TikTok. I posted a bunch of videos while I was there. Same as my YouTube name. But yeah, it was huge. And they all waited hours for him too.
CNN. You with CNN? Are you with CNN? Good. You people do not cover us accurately at all.
Not accurate.
Protest.
Ooh, when I get famous enough, they're not gonna like me very much. Ooh, boy, I dare you, CNN. Hold on. CNN, I dare you to write a hit piece about me. Figure something out. Once I get famous enough, you guys aren't gonna like me. Ooh, boy. We can go at it, CNN. This is my formal challenge to Mortal Kombat. Me versus CNN.
Outside, and they have thousands of people. The first question from CNN is about protesters. So what I'm going to do is span out. Show them the crowd, press. Show them the crowd. Show them the crowd. Look, they're not turning the cameras. They don't even turn the cameras. They
won't
even turn the cameras because you know what? They're very dishonest people. Because you know what they do? They have the camera, live television.
Screaming into the mic, mind you.
My wife goes, I go home. Were there any people there tonight, darling?
Look at his head. He's like, are there any people? It's so funny.
Show the crowds.
Frankly, I don't even think they give a damn about education, half of them. And I'm sure some you maybe do use that word in this form. I will. Because people want to hear the truth, Frank. I watch you all the time.
I want to hear the truth.
We have to be able to express ourselves. But referring to people as rapists, referring to John McCain, a war hero, 5.5 years as a POW, we'll call him a dummy. Is that appropriate in running for president? You gotta let me speak though, Frank.
Okay, this is actually a very important point. This is on a national stage. Millions of people have seen this clip. But one thing Trump did that most people will never, ever do, which sets him apart, is he let the guy finish. The guy was slandering him. The guy was putting words in his mouth, saying things he may or may not have said. I'm not familiar. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But making Trump look very bad on a national stage. And he let him finish in order to think of a better point and to show that he's not defensive. He's not worried. Yeah, okay, you're saying I said this. I didn't say it. Go ahead and finish. Then I'm going to come back and get you. Most of you guys could be in a group of 5 people and someone even begins to make a joke about you. And, oh, no, I didn't do that. No, not me. Like, shut up. Listen a little bit. Don't be so defensive. Listen and come back with something smooth, calm, collected, and intelligent instead. Very smart.
You interrupt all the time, okay? So,
I don't
see he does.
In the center of the stage tonight, businessman Donald Trump.
I just want to go back a couple seconds here.
You interrupt.
We need to get hold. I gotta pause. The right spot.
I know him too well. That's the problem.
In the center of the stage tonight, businessman.
Look at that. He's just. There's no way he didn't practice that at home. There's no way. Am I doing it? That's crazy. No, he's mogging everybody. Oh, and the smile. Yeah.
I would never give up my microphone. I thought that was disgusting. That showed weakness. The way he was taken away by 2 young women the microphone. They just took the whole place over. That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will, but that was a disgrace. The way I felt badly for him, but it showed that he's weak. You want to be what, vice president? Oh, now his question's no longer as good. He had great credibility until he said that. Now it's like, where did he come from? We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal. I said trade deals. Who would?
His own book. Making his own book look good. That's always good. Let's get into this last clip right here.
Do better. I'll tell you what. I know the greatest negotiators in the world. Some are horrible people, horrible human beings. Who cares? Some Wall Street guys, they're brutal, they're miserable. You wouldn't want to go out to dinner. They're terrible people. I love them. You know who's our pride?
So I do want to point this out is that sometimes the greatest negotiators, the people who will manipulate you the most, are people that you don't like. You do not have to be likable to everybody to be in a position that puts you forward. It is not always about being the most liked, being the nice guy. That's the problem that most people make, is they're the nice guy, or they're always people pleasing. They don't want to say anything to piss anybody off. I'll show you one thing. If you look at his face right now, you think this is the face right here of a guy? Oh, sorry. This is the face of a guy who doesn't want to piss anybody off? Yeah, right. No, he does not care about pissing people off. This guy doesn't care either. Vin Diesel in the back don't care either. But seriously, genuinely, I mean, come on. You have to be able to make people pissed off sometimes if you want any sort of attention and polarization so people listen to you. That is a tip I have, and that is going to round out this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something how to speak better in honor of Inauguration Day. Love him or hate him. If you love him, subscribe. If you hate him, subscribe anyways. But honestly, that's kind of an L if you hate him. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Like, subscribe. And now it's time for you guys to get out of here.